Hey there, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Hey there, crypto friends, how we doing? What is today? Happy Saturday, July 31st, and we are live looking at the cryptocurrency space for the day. Wanted to show you before we get started really quick. Some of these shorts are getting squeezed. This is the classic short squeeze, are getting burned. Lots of positions are being liquidated. And be very, very careful with these margins, margin trading, where they loan you money. And be very careful with that, please. Let's get started. Let's switch over here to BTC USD. We're looking at the support level 41,080.43 is our support we look to hold, and resistance setting up there as we pushed up to $42,314.74. So RSI almost got into the overbought, so we're starting to cool down a little bit with some very healthy consolidation that I mentioned in the title card. So we'll be keeping a close eye out up here as we see if we can get some continuation for more upside. Lots of bullish news coming out left and right for the cryptocurrency space, particularly Bitcoin. So we'll be keeping an eye out for that, folks. Let's move on to Ethereum, ETH/USD. It's up to 24,024.41.02. So we're looking at support to hold up there to 2418.42. Resistance up 2486.47. As we start to look up and think about new all-time highs, but not yet, folks. We got a lot of work to do. We're going to keep these stop losses tight here, and we'll set up a new trading plan, probably a little bit shorter term. Usually, if you're new to this channel, these are swing trades that take, I'll zoom out here, take a while to materialize, and you can see here, here was our buy target. That started back on July. We got in around July the 20th on this higher low and rode that bad boy all the way up to, got out right in here where we sold into strength. That means you're selling into the green candles. And so 5 days time, that was we'll do a quick measurement here. And it was a 32% gain, not too shabby. Let's get on to BNB USD. Binance Coin still trucking along here, still in the green. It's up 1.68%. Looking at BNB support, 325.786. Resistance, 337.890 for BNB. And very same thing, as you saw here, took a while for this trade to materialize. I actually entered pretty late. I got in here just right at the very top apex of this buy target here, and exited once I actually exited back here on the 25th. Took 80% of the trade profit and let the 20% ride for long term. That's how I do it. On to ADA USD. That's Cardano. We're looking at support now holding at 1.284 and resistance up there at the 1.320. RSI in good shape. Starting to see some separation here between the red line. You could barely see it. I'll zoom in a little bit better. There it is. Red line is the 12-day moving average. Blue line 26. Orange is one of the new ones we've added. That's 50-day. And the yellow thick line is 100-day moving average. And you can see we did push underneath these averages, went down and touched right off that 50 and blasted off from there. So that's why I wanted to include that moving average, because I have been back testing this and decided to add that to our indicators. On to the PolkaDot, DOT, USD. And we're looking at support to hold at the 15.6034 and resistance 16.6122. RSI getting close up to the overbought, so watch that if you don't have that indicator on your charts. And we're good separation here on all the moving averages. And all are trending up. That's what we're looking for. And moving on to Doge. Doge been a little bit quiet. Had a run up here back on the 25th, but we've kind of quietened down just a little bit here. Not much Bullish news, Mr. Musk has not been tweeting that much about Doge lately, so we'll just keep an eye out. And meanwhile, support 0.2049, resistance 0.2096, so very tight range in here. As you can see, we've been range bound for quite some time here with Doge, and we did set our stop loss down below the 50-day moving average, so we anticipate that to hold. As you can see here, we did come and touch it, and then every time it touches the 50, we usually get a nice little spring off of it for upside. So let's move on to LTC USD. That's the Litecoin. Litecoin finally waking up here and made its way. We did not make it through. I believe we stopped out back here on this previous trade plan, initiated a new one, and stopped out back here. So currently not in a trade right now with Litecoin. Just keep it sitting on my hands, watching it closely. And meanwhile, let's get you your support level, 142.54. And resistance is actually going to be right down there, 145.09. Moving on to LINK, that's Chainlink. Chainlink had a nice big run up here all of a sudden. Got overbought, so we're looking at support to hold at 21.476 and resistance up there at the 22.637. Moving on to XLM USD. That's Stellar. Stellar sitting on support as we speak, so we're trying to maintain that 0.2760 support and resistance up there at the 0.28103. Moving on to Vechain, VET USD. So we're looking at support for Vechain at 0.08620 and resistance up there at the 0.0884. Vechain up 2.3% for today. On to FIL USD, that's the Filecoin. FIL looking at support to hold. Do we have that one? Yes. Got to move it slightly up here, because we are getting close to support here. 51.094 and resistance 51.645. And watch out, if we do lose this support level, we should retest these previous lows, possibly even come down to one of these moving averages, preferably the 12-day. As volume is starting to dry up here as we move on. The STORJ, it's up 0.91%. And Storj holding support at that $1, and that's the magical round dollar number that we like to use. And then 1.043 will be your resistance should we have continuation. Couple of tests here. We did test the 12-day moving average, bounced off of there, and mostly you can see this is a lot of technical traders. If we zoomed in the time frame, they're probably day trading that really quickly off that bounce. On to IOTA, this Internet of Things. It's up 0.52%, tightening range. Did dip below here, did not get down to this 50-day moving average. So support at the 0.8323. Resistance up there to 0.8502. On to COMP, USD, COMP, USD. COMP is down 1.90%, so COMP had its run up back here on the 25th. Yeah, excuse me. So we're looking at support to hold 393.01. Our bogey to watch out for is the $400 mark. So we have a previous high up there at the 399.243, so we'll need to get through that. As you can see, all of the moving averages clustering together as they start to resolve because of this big run up to the upside there. It's going to take a little bit more time. We can get a better sense of direction. On to basic attention coin, that's BAT USD. It's up 3.25%, so it's one of the leaders for today to the upside. So we're looking at support to hold up there to 0.6279, and resistance, we can actually move that down to 0.6420. If you see this thin dotted line up there, that is a pivot point. So I do have pivots running here. I have the pivot high, pivot low. And if we went back to the left, you would see there's your pivot. where those lines come from, right there, 0.058. And we're keeping the stop loss just beneath that 12-day moving average. We did move into the sell target, so we have exited the trade and sitting on our hands as we start to evaluate a new trading plan. Moving on to ATC USD. This is ETC USD, commonly known as Ethereum Classic. We've got you some new support level here, right up there at the $50.196, and resistance close by. There it is. Yep, 50.740. RSI in good shape. Ethereum Classic. MANA USDC. That's MANA. And we got support now at the 0.7031 and resistance up to 0.7162. On to ZIL USD. ZIL hanging out here. And we got our previous resistance for the previous high over to our left. So support at the 0.7845 and 0.084499. Goodness. On to NUUSD. It's having a good day, up 4.20%. Got all the way up here to this pivot high you see. And we are looking at support way down here at the 0.21711. And big, massive volume candle on that run up. So a lot of money pumped in there. And we do have resistance up nearby as we start to challenge it as we speak. That's 0.2313 resistance, 0.2171 support. Keep an eye on this RSI. It's heading up towards overbought, so we may need to come down and retest some of these support levels. On to NMR USD. Trying to hold on to that previous low right there, as you can see. So we're looking down below. Should we need to retest the 37.681 support? And looking up above there, we got a double topper. These were spinning top dojis, so most of the time I just disregard those because those represent indecision. And so we're going to look at 38.452 for resistance. Got our stop loss sitting just down here beneath that 26-day moving average, that blue line right there. Let's head on over to GRT USD. It's having a good day as well, up 4.38%, the graph token. And a little bit broader range here as we head on into the evaluation stage of this trade. So we're going to sit here and keep a close eye out at support at 0.60283 and resistance all the way up there at the 0.6388 graph token. Solid volume here, and we did get, where are we? We're at 8 o'clock, so we're almost finished with this candle. Let's head on to Uniswap, UNI USD, up 1.05%. Double bottom, so watch for traders to jump on that. And that bottom is 20.841, so we'll look for that support to hold. And resistance up here, I can slightly move that down right on this pivot where this Fibonacci retracement is. And if you're wondering what all this is, let me stick that over there in the, I forgot to put that in the chat. Bear with me 1 second. I'll put a link to the tutorial. There we go. It should populate here in a second, but that'll be if you're new to the channel out there hopping by, you can go through the tutorials, 15 minutes or less, show you what all this is, explain it in detail, and how you can set all this up on TradingView. On to, did I say, I don't know if I even repeated the support level in Uniswap where we're at, up 1.9%. 20.8419 is your support, and resistance up there 21.564 in case I did not get that in there. On to AAVE USD. Made its second return back into the sales target. So we're looking at support to hold 313.076 and 324.30 is your resistance, just underneath that pivot high. If we can push through there after consolidation, we'll look up to this second pivot at 335.57. On to MKR USD. This data coming from Coinbase, very lightly traded, but it is a mover. We have support now up there to 2878.68 and resistance close by 2928.469. On to MATIC, that's MATIC USD. So MATIC having a good day as well. I say that when it's down 2.38%, but it is in a good, healthy consolidation lot. We're there's a big sellers up here above us, so watch out for that. So we're looking at support to hold at the 1.03. So what's that $1 mark? That's important. And resistance up at the 1.072. On to SOL USD. It is up 5.58%. Nice run up here. And we have resistance all the way up at the 34.8312. And let's see our new resistance level. If we can slide over, we'll look left. Got to go way over here. I should say support. There it is. Support at 33.545. RSI got overbought, but we're starting to chill out a little bit here. Let's see if we can have some healthy consolidation in this range and some continuation. On to audio. Let's look at some NFTs. How about we do that? Audio on the climb back up here. We got resistance 1.1874. Support level. As we start to get a little bit of resolution here, as we have the 50 crossover. The 12, we want that. But the 12 and 26 are trending up, and we do like this little curvature can sometimes signal upside potential. As you know, I'm bullish bias trader, so that's my preference. But you can play this to the downside too in reverse. So audio up 4.6%. Let me see here, 1.121 support, 1.187 resistance. On to CHZ USD. Inching his way on up here. We're sitting right on that support, so let's go ahead and we'll get one just beneath here should we need to have it. This 12-day is trending up towards the current price. So see if that can hold and send us up skyward here. So support 0.2570. Resistance, so we have to come down right to there. Previous high, 0.2622. Big volume candles here, so there is some accumulation going on in CHZ. Keep that in mind. Let's move on to Theta, THETA USD. Let's dial this in for you. Let's see, we have here support now. Previous low right there, 5.915. And resistance there at the 6.123. Stop loss just underneath that 50-day moving average, just in case. This is a nice continuation pattern here for Theta. Let's go on to ENJB USD. So we're looking up here at the resistance level of 1.445 and support now at the, oh, we got a nice double bottom there on that 12-day. 1.4050. And let's get that stop on, tighten it up there just beneath that 26-day moving average. On to ONE USD. That's Harmony 1. And we did get through that resistance. We have a double topper here to get through, but those are dojis. So sometimes don't provide that much resistance. But anywho, 0.0778 resistance, 0.0749er support. Actually, it's checked out. There's a low up there. Did not catch that. There we go. 0.0765. On to Shiba Inu. I can't ever say that. Why can't I? Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu. There we go. That's a dog. And as we've been doing for quite some time, still in this range. 50621 is your support, 50633 resistance. Have a new one to the watch list. We've been watching ICP USD. This is now trading on Coinbase and starting to get a little significant. Here's we're in the $40 now, so that means the market cap is starting to be quite significant. So we're looking at support holding around. Let's see, make sure I'm not missing nothing. Here we are, 40.9769. So that $41 mark. And then watch out for this pivot high, 42.7549. RSI in good shape. Still need some resolution in these two lower tier moving averages. Let's have a look at AMP, USD. Very, very lightly traded here. We're on Coinbase. I should say lightly. It's not moving much, but it does look like accumulation. 0.0710 is your support and resistance, climbing through here. And there it is. Very close by, 0.0746. Okay, let's look at the cryptocurrency market cap, BTC.D. Down about 0.74%, so basically what this usually tells us as Bitcoin runs up, people sell, and then it starts to go into consolidation. While it's consolidating, they'll trade their BTC into other altcoins, lessening the crypto market cap, or the BTC market cap, and increasing the others. Let's see how that plays out. So we're looking at 48.79%, and then Ethereum, there it is. There's your 0.35% up. Tells me that BTC swap for ETH, it's up to 17.92%. Checking at Doge, it's down about 0.5%, 0.50 at 1.68. So continuing to taper off. And then let's look at total crypto market cap, 1,596,000,000,000. All right, let's look back here. Yeah, be careful on these high margin trading accounts. You can get liquidated and lose all your money. So watch out for that, folks, and have a great weekend. I will see you tomorrow on the Crypto Morning Show.